Imagine this. You sit down at your computer, you press the power button, the fans spin, the lights blink, and then nothing. Your operating system has one job: operate, and right now it's on strike. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to fix a computer operating system that isn't operating without being a tech genius, without buying a new machine, and without losing your mind. Let's start with the harsh truth. Your computer is not magical. It is a stubborn, logical machine. If it's not working, there is a reason. And if there's a reason, there is a way back. So I want you to repeat this in your head. The computer is not broken, it's just confused. I can unconfuse it. We're going to walk through this like levels in a game. Each level gets a tiny bit more serious. And somewhere between level 1 and level 5, most dead computers come back to life. Level 1, is it really dead? You hit the power button. What happens? Listen and watch. Do you hear fans? Do you see any lights? Does the screen flash even for a second? If it's totally silent, no lights, no nothing, that's not your operating system. That's power, hardware, or a loose connection. But if it at least turns on, if it shows a logo, if it shows any message at all, your operating system is still in the arena. It's just losing the fight. So if it turns on but doesn't get you to your desktop, stay with me. This is for you. Level 2. The 3 sacred reboots. You've heard, have you tried turning it off and on again? You've heard it so many times that you probably ignore it. But here's what nobody tells you. 1 reboot is not enough. You want 3. First reboot, hold the power button down until the computer fully turns off. Wait 5 seconds, turn it back on. If it still freezes, still shows an error, still spins forever on a loading screen. Second reboot, turn it off again, wait, turn it back on. Third reboot, turn it off, unplug the power cable. If it's a laptop, hold the power button for 10 full seconds. Then plug it back in. Turn it on one more time. Why 3 reboots? Because your operating system is like a stubborn friend. The first time you say, let it go, they argue. The second time, they complain. The third time, they finally sigh and drop it. If after 3 proper reboots your computer still refuses to behave, you move to level 3. Level 3, listen to the error. Is your computer giving you a message? Blue screen, endless spinning wheel, automatic repair couldn't repair your PC, operating system not found, boot device not found? Most people see those words and panic. They slam the laptop shut or they just stare at it like it's ancient Egyptian. Not you, not today. Today you're going to treat every error message like a clue, because that's exactly what it is. If your screen goes blue and shows an error, those words matter. If it says something like boot device, your computer is saying, I can't find the thing I'm supposed to start from. If it says automatic repair, your computer is saying, I tried to fix myself and I failed. Both are fixable, but they require one mind shift. Stop fighting the error. Start cooperating with it. If your computer offers advanced options or restart or startup repair, don't just click randomly. We're going to be intentional, but before you dive into those menus, we go to level 4. Level 4, safe mode, the secret backdoor. Think of your operating system like a big crowded party. There are apps, drivers, updates, background tasks, all yelling over each other. Safe mode is like kicking everyone out of the house except the people you really need to survive. If your operating system won't start normally, you try to sneak in through this back door. On many systems, if you interrupt the normal boot 3 times in a row, the 4th time you'll see a repair screen. So you let the computer start booting, and then you hold the power button to force it off. You do this 3 times. On the 4th boot, you let it go. You may see a message like preparing automatic repair. Let it finish. Then, if you see something like advanced options, you choose it. You look for startup settings or anything that mentions safe mode. You restart into safe mode. Now here's the magic of safe mode. If your computer can start in safe mode, it means the core of your operating system is alive. The problem is usually an update, a driver, a program, or some corrupted file that crashes things when everything loads. In safe mode, your desktop might look ugly. Your resolution might be bad. You might not have sound. That's okay. Ugly is good. Ugly means bare minimum is working. Once you're in safe mode, you remove whatever changed right before things broke. Did you just install a new driver? Remove it. Did you just install a new antivirus or cleaner program? Uninstall it. Did your computer crash right after a big update? Roll the update back if you can. Your goal in safe mode is simple. Undo the last big change. Then restart normally. If it works, your operating system wasn't dead. It was just allergic to something you added. But what if you can't even get to safe mode? What if it fails before that? Then you move to level 5. Level 5, System Restore and Last Known Good. Most modern systems quietly take snapshots of themselves. Little save points, like checkpoints in a game. They don't always tell you they're doing this, but when everything breaks, those snapshots can be your lifeline. On some repair screens, you'll see System Restore. If you see it, do not ignore it. System Restore does not erase your personal files. It rolls back system files, settings, drivers, and updates to how they were on an earlier date. So if your computer worked fine last Tuesday, then died on Wednesday after an update, a restore point from Monday or Tuesday can resurrect it. You choose a restore point from a date when you know the machine worked. You let it run. You do not turn it off while it restores. And then you reboot. If it comes back to life, your operating system had a bad change and you just reverse time. But let's say you don't have restore points. Let's say your system skips that option entirely or system restore fails. Then we reach level 6. Level 6, the bootloader and the path home. When you press the power button, your operating system is not the first thing that wakes up. First, the machine looks for a tiny piece of code that tells it where the operating system lives. This is the bootloader. If the bootloader is damaged, your operating system can be perfectly fine, but unreachable. This is like knowing your friend's apartment exists, but losing the building address. If your screen says no boot device found, or operating system not found, or insert boot media, that points to this. At this level, many people give up, but you don't have to. You have 2 powerful tools: your BIOS or firmware settings, and external installation media. Inside your computer's startup settings, you can choose which drive to boot from. If your main drive isn't selected, your machine might be trying to start from a random USB, a blank drive, or even a network. So you enter your startup settings. You move your main drive to the top of the boot order. You save and exit, you restart. If that alone fixes it, your operating system was fine. The computer was just looking in the wrong place. If that doesn't fix it, you may need to repair the bootloader using a recovery or installation drive. This sounds scary. It isn't. It just means this. You create a USB stick with your operating system installer on it, you boot from it, and instead of installing, you pick Repair Your Computer. From there, you choose Startup Repair or Command-Based Repair that rebuilds the bootloader. You're not rewriting everything. You're just giving the computer the right directions to find what was already there. But let's assume the worst. Let's say the drive is failing, files are corrupt, the operating system is shredded. That's level 7. Level 7, nuke and rebuild without losing everything. Everyone fears this level. Full reinstall, the nuclear option. Most people picture this as all my files are gone, all my photos are gone, everything is erased. But a reinstall does not always mean total loss. There are 3 philosophies here. First, the rescue first approach. If you can still access your drive at all, even from another system, you back up what matters most. Documents, photos, projects, anything you cannot replace. You can do this by connecting the drive to another computer or by booting from a USB Live environment that lets you browse the files and copy them out. Second, the in-place repair install. Some operating systems let you reinstall over the top of your current installation without wiping personal files. It replaces system files, refreshes the core, but tries to preserve your user data. Third, the clean install, the scorched earth strategy. You delete partitions, format the drive, and install fresh. This is like moving out of a hoarder house into a new minimalist apartment. You lose the junk, you lose the weird problems, and you rebuild from a clean slate. Whichever path you choose, here's the important mindset. If your operating system refuses to operate, even after all earlier levels, it's not a personal failure to reinstall. In fact, it's often the smartest way to get a fast, stable machine again. Software ages. Systems rot. Years of updates, drivers, half uninstalled software, and weird experiments stack up like digital dust. A fresh install wipes all of that, and your computer, the hardware you paid for, finally gets to breathe again. Now, let's step back. We just walked through 7 levels. 1. Check if it's really dead. 2. The 3 sacred reboots. 3. Listen to the error. 4. Safe mode, the backdoor. 5. System restore and checkpoints. 6. Bootloader and the path home. 7. Nuke and rebuild. Here's the real secret. Most unfixable system problems die at levels 4 and 5. Safe mode and system restore are where a huge number of dead computers quietly come back to life. But you only get there if you resist one thing: panic. When your screen goes black or blue or shows some terrifying error, your brain screams, "It's over, I ruined it, I'm not good with computers." That voice is lying. You don't have to be good with computers. You just have to be patient and willing to try one more step. Let me leave you with 3 principles that will save you, over and over again. First, change one thing at a time. When something breaks, don't randomly mash buttons. Don't change a dozen settings at once. Make one change, reboot, observe. If it doesn't help, undo it or move on. This way, when something works, you know exactly what fixed it. Second, don't fear advanced menus. Those repair screens, those startup settings, those advanced options buttons, they exist for you. You're not going to destroy your computer by calmly reading options and choosing the ones that say repair, restore, safe mode, or last known good. The most dangerous thing is not clicking the wrong option. It's quitting too early. Third, backups turn disasters into inconveniences. The truth is, the best way to fix a broken operating system is to not care if it breaks. If your important files are backed up regularly to an external drive or to a cloud service, or both, then a catastrophic failure stops being a life crisis and becomes an annoying chore. You don't beg the system to live. You don't cling to a half-corrupted install. You just reinstall, restore your files, and move on. So if your computer is healthy right now, your homework is simple. Start backing up. Your future self will thank you. And if you're watching this because your operating system is already not operating, then here's your next move. Take a breath. Remember, the computer is not magical, it is logical. There is a reason it failed. There is a path back. Start at level 1. Work your way up. Do not skip levels. Do not assume it's hopeless. Because here's the wild part. Right now, someone else is buying a brand new computer for a problem that could have been fixed with safe mode, a system restore, or a 30-minute reinstall. You are not going to be that person. You're going to be the person who calmly says, "My operating system stopped operating, so I fixed it." Not because you're a professional technician, not because you know every acronym, but because you understood the process and trusted yourself to take one more step. So the next time your screen goes black, your system refuses to boot, or everything seems lost, remember this: your computer is not your boss. It is your tool. And with the right steps, you can make it work for you again. Now go rescue that machine.